Long before the dawn of man or the advent of fire, it was established that bitches be shopping. Bitches be charging their phone. But most importantly, bitches be crazy. And this video is no exception, because what has been brought to me, and what I'm so shocked by, is the sheer length of which some people will go to secure love. Now, you might be wondering, Mr. Body Fluid Storyteller, how is this interesting? Well, what has been on the rise in recent time is some women getting into spirituality, namely folklore, witchcraft, or such as in this case, old wives' tales, in order to get ahead. Some examples of this might be Tumblr witches putting spells on people they dislike, astrology to read what people are like, or love potions to secure your partner by your side forever. Such as this fine lady sharing her story with the world. I put my period blood into my boyfriend's food. Conflicted. So I know it sounds disgusting and wrong. Years ago, when I was a young teenager, I used to be into witchcraft, spells and stuff. I found an article online about love spells that said to make a man truly infatuated with you and yours forever, put some of your menstrual blood into his food and drink. Obviously, I had wandered into some weird shit online, but I never forgot what it said. Now, years later, I have met a guy who I really like. I have self-esteem issues, and I do think he's too good for me, honestly.
Shower time, Adderall, a glass of whiskey, and diesel jeans.
I don't want him to run off with someone else, or just lose interest in me altogether. So one night, when he was coming over for dinner, he loves my cooking and I make him pretty much whatever he asks for. I was on my period. And I thought about what the article had said. I just did it. It was homemade lasagna. I put some in the meat sauce. Obviously he didn't notice. And now, every time I get my period, I put some of my blood into his food or drink. He doesn't know. And yes, I am aware that love spells are a bunch of crap, and this is doing nothing to make him love me more, but now I just feel like I have to do it. So you might be thinking that this is some one-of-a-kind occurrence, and that this woman surely is insane, right? Well, this is tragically more common than even I initially thought, and there are loads of these stories out there. Like this one from a deleted user from r/relationship advice. I, 25F, put my period blood in my boyfriend's 26M spaghetti sauce. Unsure if I should confess to him or not. I know this is a weird scenario, but please just bear with me. Basically, in my family, believing in folklore and old wives' tales is pretty common. One story is that if a guy consumes your menstrual fluid, he'll be super devoted to you forever. Long story short, I started dating my current boyfriend a little over a year ago. Things were casual. I liked him, but wasn't sure if his feelings were as intense as mine were. He was still getting over an ex and made that clear to me. I was starting to wonder if this was just a rebound relationship. Anyway, one night, I offered to cook for him at my apartment. Prior to that, we'd always gone out to eat.
Get 2 number 9s, a number 9 large.
And he generally insisted on paying, so I figured he'd appreciate the gesture. He did. I was on my cycle. I have really bad periods. Always have. Lots of cramping, high emotions, etc. I don't know what I was even thinking, but I decided to just add a little blood to the sauce. I don't want to get too graphic, so I'll spare you the details of how I went about it. When he came over, he was none the wiser. He ate the pasta, and I pretended I was too ill to eat heavy food and just opted to pick at the salad. Looking back, I'm horrified that this happened, and even more horrified that I allowed him to eat the food. I'm sure he had no idea, and I never mentioned it to this day. Shortly after that, we became exclusive. The logical part of my brain knows that the profession of our relationship had nothing to do with what I did that night. But the superstitious part of me has always wondered, what if? What if he doesn't really love me? What if I somehow manipulated his feelings and he doesn't even know? I've been wrestling lately with whether to tell him the truth. Honestly, love this guy more than anything. He's super sweet and attentive and never fails to make me laugh. I don't want to lose him over some stupid thing I did a year ago when I was feeling insecure. Advice? So that was Voodoo Spaghetti, and I hope you learned something new today, and that you exercise constraint when getting home-cooked meals from spiritual women. Because holy shit, there are a lot of these stories. And I will probably revisit this topic in the future. Now, if you're a repeat visitor to the channel, you've probably noticed that I experiment quite a lot with the format of these videos. I would love to hear your opinion in the comments if I should change anything or add anything in the coming videos. Anyways, until next time.